All right, I think I finally did it. I think my man cave is now complete. So here's the thing, I think the last time that I reviewed a TV was 2021, and it was mainly because most of the great TVs were the flagship $2,000 to $5,000 LGs and Samsungs of the world, and the premium sub $1,500 category was good, but not great. Sure, technologies like QLED have now trickled down to them, but there was always some compromise. Either their UIs were slow, or they didn't support the latest HDMI for your new PS5, or the screen quality was just good for the money. So what if I told you that the best bang for the buck TV you can buy right now can be found for less than $1,000? Sort of. Well, this is the TCL QM8 2023, what the company calls as an unmatched flagship, and what I'm going to have to agree with now that I've spent some time with it. I know, we already saw the 2024 variants at CES, which we covered extensively, but since those are due until the spring, this might just be the best bang for the buck deal you can find right now. I'm Jaime Rivera with Pocketnow, and yeah, let's make another TV review. So yes, welcome to my self-made man cave in the basement. I actually film most of my A-roll from here in the mornings because the studio is right in front of a very fun street that just is too noisy, so I do the B-roll from there. I also work out from here, and all I was missing was the right TV to help out with that, in addition to relax in every now and then. I've actually wanted this QM8 since TCL demoed it to me last year, but I just traveled too much to get around to get one. So, why should you care? Well, this is technically a flagship TV in every way, regardless of which size you pick, but where the footprint determines how much you pay. For context, the 98-inch variant launched for an insane $12,000, and most experts said it was worth it. The price obviously trickles down as you go for the 85 or 75-inch variants, but the reason I went for the 65-inch variant is because the quality remained and it was the most aggressively priced. It launched for $12.99, but you can get it for a crazy $8.99 right now. Yes, the quality of a 12 grand TV for less than $1,000, and on a size that's large enough to be imposing and yet fits everywhere. For that, you're getting a very elegant design with a brush metal finish that I love, with a matte back and sharp corners that look great from any angle. Best of all, with a height-adjustable center base, there's really no need to get new furniture unless you go for the 98-inch model that has feet for obvious reasons. It's massive. Thing is, not even the 65-inch model is small, so I think this is the sweet spot for any area, especially if you want to corner it somewhere. Now, disclaimer for anyone looking for a more technical review, I will be linking to some of my favorites. This is not that. For me, it's more lifestyle, as I really wanted to give this TV a try. And usually most companies do this thing where they'll give you different variations of the same TV, but then if you go for the smaller size, you get lesser quality something, but that's not the case here. All four variants share the same gorgeous 4K QLED panel. This quantum dot technology enables more than a billion colors, meaning full support for HDR Ultra, Dolby Vision IQ, HDR10+, HLG, and even IMAX Enhanced certification. This is also possible because of its many LED backlight, allowing for up to a crazy 2300 local dimming zones depending on the size, and by that it just means that there are less mini LEDs proportional to the size of the TV, meaning great picture quality, awesome contrast thanks to deeper blacks at almost zero blooming to near OLED territory, and yet up to an insane 2000 nits of peak brightness, which helps with the HDR highlights. This, matched with two 10-watt speakers and a 20-watt subwoofer at the back, means great experiences for content consumption even without a soundbar. Into a bit of history, I for one was bummed. But wait, there's more. Once you notice the input panel, you'll see 4 HDMI ports that support different speeds because, yes, this panel comes at 120 Hz refresh rate by default, but it can go up to 144 Hz for certain games and even has support for motion rate 480 for an even more fluid experience. Just make sure you use the right port for the right gaming console, all of them are labeled, and you're golden. My experience using any console from the PS5 to even the Nintendo Switch has been like butter and pretty immersive in both how the games look and how full they sound all around. Other connectivity includes Ethernet USB 2.0, composite video and audio in, a headphone jack for easy audio out, Bluetooth in case you prefer your own headphones, Wi-Fi 6, and it does support Apple's AirPlay in addition to casting because, yes, that's the other element. One of my favorite things is that this TV runs Google TV. And listen, my experience with TCL in the past was with Roku, which is good, but I feel Google TV is more complete with its offerings. But, well, the problem has been that every other Google TV that I've used before was slow AF, and that even includes Google Chromecasts. That ends with this TV, which is what I love. Listen, I'm not sure what processing power TCL is using here, but this TV is fast. It's so fast that it almost makes every other more expensive TV that I've reviewed look really bad. For example, Google TVs have had voice commands since day one with the Google Assistant, but this is the first time that I actually use it because it actually works and doesn't make me wait. Also, this controller is pretty sleek and practical, making the navigation only better in my opinion. About the only thing I'd wish is for these shortcuts to lead to things that I care about, even if I know companies pay to be here. That said, the input menu does lead to a quick panel you can use for the shortcuts you want. Also, another neat TCL solution is that if you've decided to cut the cord and don't want to pay for YouTube TV or any other service, then just press the TV Plus button, and that's another free ad-based solution. Now, as for scaling, I'll tell you that I spend most of my time on YouTube TV, and I don't pay for the 4K subscription, and I think the TV does really well at making the content look good from its HD source, and I've even noticed this when I use Beachbody On Demand, which has very old videos while I'm working out. I think the content looks great. Obviously, once you take the TV to any 4K movie, it looks fantastic and crisp in detail, so I'm glad there's versatility all around depending on your source. Obviously, there is no such thing as a perfect product, but I think this is the first time that I only have one complaint in a review, and that's not even TCL's fault. I think the biggest problem with Google TV, Roku, Fire TV, and others compared to Samsung and LG's UI is that those don't yank you away from your content for whatever reason. These shortcut menus at the bottom of the controller are anyone's worst nightmare if you accidentally touch any of them in any way while you're watching something. If anything, I'll praise TCL because this TV has so much horsepower that it's the first one I use where the moment I find my way back to the application I was in, it picks up where it left off. Still, I do feel that Google and others should give you a prompt asking you if you're sure you want to navigate away from your content. I'd prefer a quick menu under the content like Samsung and LG do, but at this point, seriously, companies, a prompt. Just ask me if I want to exit my content first. That would be amazing. To conclude, can I just say this is like TCL's magnum opus. We've seen the company make a name for itself and value, so much so that I think their flagship products were not getting the amount of rep they deserved. But listen, I think that ends here. This TCL QM8 is probably one of the best smart TVs that I have ever used, and that even includes the more expensive ones that I've used before, from the OLEDs to the 8Ks. This would be my first recommendation as the best TV for most people, and that even includes the picky ones. And sure, you could just wait till the spring for all we covered at CES. I mean, those improvements were all great, but since those don't necessarily launch until around the spring, it could be a good idea to take advantage of the crazy discounts that already exist for this QM8 while you're looking at those. I'll be sure to have some links in the description to the best options that I find. Bottom line, yes, even right now, I think it's worth every penny. The price right now is just too good to miss out on a chance to give probably one of my favorite products a try. Let me know if you agree with my assessment in the comments down below, and while you're at it, follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. You can also follow me on my personal handles to see me geek out over a TV for the first time ever. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.